Welcome back, everybody, to Bristol Motor Speedway. I'm your host, Rhino. This is the Sub-4RA channel. You're watching NOS Racing. 2 races left in the inaugural season. We have seen some extremely fast qualifying times on Friday. How will that translate to race time on the track? We're just going to have to wait and find out. Newcomer to NOS Racing, Mark Martin, gets a spot after Buddy Baker was booted out. He gets the spot, he's in, and he gets the pole. His very first time out. Let's see if he really is that fast. And let's see who comes out of this on top. So far we've had a different winner every week except for Guillotine. Got his second win of the season. He swept Daytona. So Scott Riggs won here at the beginning of the season. Will he do it again? Let's stay tuned and find out. Let's get down to the track now for our race in. Alright, it's the one-lap shootout. Whoever wins this one-lap shootout qualifies as the 16th car in to the field. Rusty Wallace, crazy to see him not qualify. He's 16th position, next to him Al Pastor. Jeremy Mayfield had a great qualifying effort and a good race last week to keep his ride. He's the only car that did not have a time, didn't complete the lap. So let's see what happens. Let's do this. Al Pastor put up a good fight with Rusty Wallace, almost overtook him, but in the end, Rusty's in, the rest are out. Alright, segment 1 on the track. We got Alimony on the pole in the 44. Looked strong like usual. The 43, Roman Toretto, his highest qualifying effort of the season in 5th. Looked really good. He's wrecked the last 4 races, so he needs a good race today. Kenny Irwin, the 28 car, he finished 2nd here earlier this season. And in the 9 car, Casey Kane, been pretty steady after the first race at Daytona. He's looked pretty good going forward. Let's do it. Oh, caution is out for a big time El Reco. See you later. Like searching for your golf ball. There he is. Wow. Biggest wreck ever in NOS Racing. Wow, for the second time this season, both times at Bristol, Alimony goes out with a wreck, and this is a huge one. Look at that, flips over, but look at off his front bumper, off his back bumper, flips back over. Like absolutely no, like no damage done to the car. It's almost other than I'm sure tires, chassis, alignment, and all that stuff. But that looked a heck of a lot worse in real time. And you look on slow motion and it's like, wow, he's just on a roller coaster. He's all right. So I'm sure we'll see Alimony back for the last race. But disappointing day in points, but glad he's okay. He got caught over there in the grassy area. So he's all right. He'll be back. Let's get this thing restarted. Alright, segment 1 in the books. Kenny Irwin, back-to-back main events for him here at Bristol. Toretto looked good in that 43. Segment 2 up. This should be very competitive. On the pole for this segment is the 14, Tony Stewart. Next door to him in 94, Junior Swolf battling it out in the points lead. And a couple other guys up there near that top 5. Jeff Gordon in the 24, Dale Earnhardt in the 8. Let's do it. Caution comes out for the second time today for an El Reco. Wow, Wow, Tony Stewart and Dale Earnhardt Jr. both wreck on the last lap of this segment. Let's see if we can find out what happened here. I don't know if... Oh, man. Might have hit the inside, tagged the inside of the wall in the turn. Same with Junior. And here comes Swolf sliding in, safe at home. And there's Gordon off the track, but still in it. He didn't wreck. He's still in it. That's your only two out of segment 2. And we got segment 3 up, and this could be a wild one. On the inside in the 01 is Guillotine, first in points. Next to him, the newcomer, 15 car, Mario Speedwagon, had a great showing last week. Then on the inside, row 2, Russ Wheeler. And the defending champion of this race in the 10 car, Scott Riggs. See what happens. I can't wait for this one. Caution is out on the track for what, the third time today. No wrecks this time, well, sort of, but as you see going around the corner, Mario Speedwagon hugs the corner, kind of traps Wheeler, and then Wheeler just gets spun by Scott Riggs into the infield. Everybody's okay. We are about ready to start. Lap 2. Let's do it. Caution on the track for our third El Reco of the day. This wreck collects our points champion, Guillotine, and the defending champion of this race, Scott Riggs. That inside is proving to be a problem, even more so, I think, this race than race 1. But the officials are looking at the track, and you know, there's nowhere on there that would indicate some sort of issue. Not quite sure. The race will go on. We got 2 cars left. Mario Speedwagon, Russ Wheeler. One of these guys is going in the main event. And a lot of drifting going on at the finish line. That was a close one. Mario Speedwagon going to his very first main event. Only his second time out. Alright, final segment up, and this should be interesting. Replacing the 21 of Buddy Baker, the 6 car, Mark Martin, very first race, and he's on the pole. Starting on his outside, the 5, Kyle Busch. Row 2, inside, 88 car, Darrell Waltrip. And on his outside, the 2 car, the Blue Deuce, Rusty Wallace. Let's see what happens. Oh man, our 4th caution of the day for an El Reco. This one takes out Darrell Waltrip in the 88 car. Let's see if we can figure out what happened. He was on the inside. Same thing. Oh man, he tagged the wall with his left side, or maybe the front bumper. Can't quite tell. Look at this. Mark Martin. Interesting choice. Remember, whoever is leading on the restart can choose to go on the inside, which they normally do, or they can go on the outside. And in this case, Mark Martin, being the veteran racer he is, new to NOS Racing, but the veteran racer, chooses to start on the outside. Could be a brilliant move. Let's see what happens. Brilliant. The decision to run the high line, weird at Bristol, but that paid off for Mark Martin. Very first race, and he is on to the main event. Next up, we got the one-lap shootout of the non-qualifiers to determine their final placings for points. Let's do it. Al Pastor, Carl Edwards on the front row. It's funny, these one-lap shootouts to determine the final placings end up to being one of the more entertaining races of the day usually, and Al Pastor in this case, no different. Al Pastor looked like he had it going around the turn, but Edwards on the outside slingshots, gets by him, and then that's your finishing order for cars 17 through 25. Next up, We don't have a fourths race. We have a thirds race because of too many wrecks. Casey Kane, Rusty Wallace, one-lap shootout in the thirds race. Let's do it. Oh, caution is out for El Reco Cinco today. Casey Kane in the one-lap shootout with the two cars representing the thirds race. Let's see. We can see what happens. That inside again. Yeah, oh, smacks the wall. I don't know if he's hitting. These guys have been hitting the left side of their cars or the front bumpers. What's happening? But they're clipping something down on the low side and took Kane out. So Wallace wins the thirds race. Yep, there he goes. Just to prove it. And now we're on to the seconds race. We got Busch, Toretto, Gordon, and Wheeler. This should be a good one. Low on that shootout. Let's do it. That was quite the entertaining seconds race there. Kyle Busch places fifth. Gordon, good showing for him points-wise. Toretto, first time he's finished a race since our first race at Daytona, so that's pretty crazy. But now it's main event time, and this should be a good one. Check it out. Mark Martin staying smart. He's going to start. He elects to start on the outside, gives Hoyer-Swolf the inside. And in row 2, Mario Speedwagon, only his second race. Got Mark Martin's first race, Mario Speedwagon's second race, and Kenny Irwin, he placed here second earlier this year. This should be a good one. I can't wait. 4 laps. Let's do it. For the 6th time today, we have a caution for an El Reco. This time, Kenny Irwin bites the dust all by himself, and I'm pretty sure without... Here comes the slow motion, but yep, same thing. I don't know what the track officials are going to do to try to alleviate this problem. I don't know what they can do, but in the meantime, we have a one-lap shootout to determine the winner. Mark Martin staying on the outside, and inside of him, Mario Speedwagon, and then Hoyer-Swolf. Let's do it. One-lap shootout. Can't wait. Wow, Mark Martin drifts. Gets a little Fast and the Furious action. Crossing the finish line. His first race. And he gets the win at Bristol. Mario Speedwagon's second race, and he comes in second. So, bright futures for those guys. And Hoyer-Swolf, third place. I mean, he's been in all but one main event, I believe, if memory serves me correctly. Still without a win, but old school NASCAR, he's being consistent. And right now, he might be on top of points. We'll find out once we tally them up. But you're looking at your finishing order here. What a race. Comment down below what you think. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. That way I know about this track and going forward. But I'd have to say, pretty darn good race. We got one to go. This is going to be wild. Who do you think is going to win the championship at the end? Right now, I don't know. And it's going to be Darlington to finish the season, so that should be crazy. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you at the next one. Congratulations to Mark Martin.